Cowabunga, dudes! Michelangelo here from the original Ninja Turtles, and you are about to watch a very cool Ninja Turtles review by Pixel Dan right here. All right, Turtle Power!
Hey guys, I'm Pixel Dan, and this is a review of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Secret of the Ooze Donatello. That's right, continuing on with my look at the brand new Classic Collection action figures from the 1991 Secret of the Ooze movie, let's go ahead and check out Donnie. As you can see, he comes in that same style window box packaging featuring the black and bright green motif with the TMNT logo at the top and the window that fully showcases our action figure and all of his accessories within. The back of that box has a brief description on the figure and the film he's based on, and below that we get some images of the figure and all of his accessories. So let's go ahead and pull Donatello outside of that packaging and take a closer look at him. So, just like with all of the other figures in this wave, if you've been following my reviews of these, you'll know at this point that the base body itself is exactly the same as what we saw with the original 1990 movie Classic Collection figures. The big difference here is the paint deco, the interchangeable heads, and the new accessories. So there's definitely some good reasons to buy these if you missed out on the originals, or if you just kind of want to maybe upgrade a little bit. So let's go ahead and start by taking a look at Donatello's head here, and all of his interchangeable heads even. You'll notice the one that comes right out of the box is a pretty good head sculpt. And I will say that across the board, all four of the turtles, the heads that they're packaged with seem to be the best heads in the box, at least in my personal opinion. He's kind of got like the bit of a smile on his face, he's got the teeth showing on one side. That's got a very classic toy feel to it. I kind of like that. One thing though about these heads is they don't really match up with the way the turtles looked in the film. They're kind of there, but not quite there. They definitely just work as almost like a standalone toy version of the turtles, rather than being based on the Secret of the Ooze film. Now we do have some interchangeable heads, of course. You got 4 different ones in the box. They're very easy to pop off the ball joint. Still a tight fit though. I mean, they hold on there good. They're not too loose, but it's really easy to pop those off. And in its place, we do have this more smiley Don head. He's kind of got like the open teeth there, so we can pop that one on if you want. This one almost looks like he's talking or enjoying himself a little bit more. On the opposite side of the spectrum, this one looks like a little uneasy. I don't know. He looks worried. He's like gritting his teeth there like, I don't know about this. And then the final one is the really goofy looking one. I think this is the one that was, I believe this is the one that was on the original release. He's got like some serious wonky eye thing going on and big goofy smile on his face. And it's my personal least favorite out of these 4 heads. So I'm going to stick with the head that he came packaged with, because that's actually my favorite of the bunch. So there you go, a couple different heads with Donnie. I do like that we've got the option, even though I'm not a huge fan of all the extra heads. It's kind of cool that you get so many different display options with these particular figures. So the rest of the body here does match up with what we saw before. He does have a darker green skin tone this time around. So that's another place where they're a little bit different than the way they appeared in the movie. Instead of kind of having all the same color green skin as what we saw in the film, they actually have the very different color green across all 4 figures, which is very much like we've seen in the various toy lines in the past. They also don't have any extra paint detail, no shading or anything, and they're missing the spots, which I've said over and over again were a lot more prominent in the Secret of the Ooze movie, so it's a bit of a shame that those are lacking on the figure itself. Otherwise, though, I do think the sculpt is really nice. The paint job could be a little bit more detailed, but the overall sculpting on this guy is still really well done. So let's talk articulation here. They feature over 30 points of articulation, which includes that ball joint at the head. You got nice ball joints at the shoulder, so the arms can go outwards, forwards, backwards, swivels at your bicep, good double joints at the elbow there, swivels at the wrist, of course, individually articulated fingers. Each finger moves separately there. You got the nice torso joint there, which allows you to move the body around, which is kind of nice. The shell is connected to the top portion, so you can see it doesn't get in the way of the movement. Got those hinge-like joints at the thighs, so the legs can go outwards, forwards, and backwards. You can swivel them there, as well as swivel at the thighs here. You got great double joints at the knees, nice tight joints at the ankles, which I really like, and then individually articulated toes. So again, it's the same articulation across the board, all 4 turtles, though it is a lot tighter this time around than we saw with the 1990 figures, and I really like it. It allows for some decent posing. The only place I'm not a huge fan, of course, are those articulated fingers, and that's only because they can't quite hold their weapons or accessories as tight as I would like them to. So speaking of accessories, you might have noticed stored on his back is his signature bow staff. I do love that the wrap on there is a darker color brown than the wood of the bow staff, so that's nice. We got some paint variants there. He does have a little groove in his hand so he can hold onto the bow staff. You just kind of have to squeeze the fingers together there. Like I said, he's not going to get a super tight grip on there, but it is nice because the articulation allows you to get a couple different types of poses with the bow staff. Two-handed, single-handed, you can get some nice variances with that display, and that is really, really cool for Donatello. So in addition, he comes with 2 other accessories from the film, which is really awesome. Just to kind of go along with the bow staff, he also comes with this mop, so he can help clean up April's apartment. So that's kind of a fun accessory. Or you can use it to clean up the foot. Yeah, wipe the floor with the foot, Donnie. Do it. That's kind of fun. And of course, he can hold it the same way as you get him holding onto his bow staff. And then his last accessory is actually really fun. You might remember this if you are a fan of the film. It's the foam yellow baseball bat. Of course, it's all plastic here. It's not actually foam. Gosh, and I'm just knocking Donnie over here. Stand up, Donnie. This is from the fun scene in the beginning when they're in the toy store and he's pretending to be the dummy and he picks up the little bat and he, kind of bops the foot soldier in the face. I always remember that little laugh. I can't impersonate it. But yeah, it cracks me up. Totally brings me back to that scene in the movie. I wish he could hold it a little bit tighter. It's hard to get him holding onto the bat, and he can't quite hold it the way he did in the film, but it is a fun accessory. And like I said before, I think it's really cool that they come with so many different accessories in this particular line. Alright guys, it's comparison time. So here's a look at this brand new Secret of the Ooze Donatello standing alongside the original 1990 release, so you can see the difference with the head sculpt, the similarities with the sculpt of the body, but also the difference in the paint deco. And just for fun, let's go ahead and stand him alongside the vintage movie star Donatello, just so you can see how these guys measure up. So there you go, my friends. There's a look at the brand new Secret of the Ooze Donatello figure, which is showing up at Walmart stores right now. I feel the same way across the board, all 4 figures. I do feel like, as far as a toy goes, they're nicely done. They are definitely an improvement over the 1990 movie figures. The articulation is tighter. I like the interchangeable heads, even though I don't love all the sculpts of the heads. The ability that you can swap them out and have different display options is nice, and I love all the included accessories. The downsides, of course, the articulated fingers, they're a bit of a nuisance, and the fact that they don't really match up with the designs of the movie, but still make really nice toys of the turtles. So as I said, these are hitting store shelves right now. They retail for about $20, so happy hunting, my friends. And hey guys, if you enjoyed this video, help me out. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, so you never miss out on one of my Ninja Turtles reviews. Come on guys, do it! Until next time, my friends.